Good morning, traders. Welcome to today's market review. This is Razak at CMtrading. Today is July 5th, 2019, and today is Friday morning. So looking at the major economic events of the day out of the United States later today at 2:30 South African time, the big number, non-farm payroll numbers coming out. Now, this is really an important number, so you do want to know that it is coming out. We'll take a look at a couple of options for you today to trade the markets, and then simultaneously at this time, out of Canada, employment change numbers coming out. Now, looking at the markets, starting out with the Forex symbols, pretty much flatlining him, okay? Pretty much the majors have tapered off, where the euro and the GBP are weak, while the Aussie dollar is still very strong. We'll take a look at that in just a moment. Looking at the indices, Dow Jones hits 27,000 on Independence Day Eve. Now, it's selling off this morning, but if we do have some positive numbers from the non-farm payroll, we could see those numbers skyrocket to 27,200 even. So that's something to look at later today. Now, looking at the commodities, pretty much tapering off and consolidating at these areas. And lastly, looking at stocks, what's carrying the markets are the big names, the Microsoft, the Facebook, the Amazons on their 6-month highs. So there is continuation of the markets, and there's still some really strong stocks out there that are carrying the markets higher. But let's take a look at the markets and see what we can expect from today's trading. So we're going to start with the big names, okay? We're going to start with the Dow Jones here. As you can see, we're looking at a 1-hour chart. We're tapering off here right before the market opens at 26,937. But just be aware, 27,000 is all-time highs. And especially, we're only about 70 points away from our all-time highs. So with that said, okay, if the numbers do come out and they're really spectacular, we could see this there even to the 27,100-ish level, and this is really historical if we look at a larger time frame, because this is something that has been in the making for quite some time, and we keep on seeing it just slowly but surely making new highs. So this is looking at a daily chart. You can see we broke higher on a candle, not just on a wick. So this is major stuff as we break out higher. You can see that, and you see that it's inching up higher. So that's what we're looking for today, is for it to break out higher, okay? Altogether, if it does fail, then this is a resistance area as well, 26,939-ish level, okay? And with that said, we could sell off to the 26,500-ish level. Well, that would really be like on the longer time frame, but just keep in mind that those are your two options. Now, looking at the bigger names like Microsoft, you see here, you're on your all-time highs again. You know, let's look at a daily, how far off. We're not that far off from our all-time highs. So things are trading in tandem, okay? There's not much discrepancy between what the index is doing and what the major stocks are doing. So with that said, that looks like a really positive sign for the markets to take it even higher. So the only one that is not is we're looking at Apple right here, where it should be trading near its all-time highs, but it's not. But Microsoft is really carrying the market. We've been mentioning that in previous presentations, and Microsoft has really been the one that has been forwarding the market higher and higher. So I'd like to take a look at both of them as this non-farm payroll comes out. So either we'll take it higher or we may take it lower, but you don't want to trade that first move, okay? You want to wait for those levels to actually be respected and then take a move after that. Now, looking at the Euro USD, really flat here. At 112.60 level was sold off just a little bit more from yesterday's trading. And so the next real support level is 1191. Okay, we're in that middle range, so nothing really going there. GBP USD really still very weak, as you can see here, at 125.51-ish level. And this is really the one that I mentioned before, that if it does break down, it would break down first. Okay, so especially with this NFP report that's coming out, if it does have some favorable news to the dollar, then we could see this actually testing its lows again at 125.30-ish level on the downside. Now, jumping into gold and oil, gold is pretty much tapering off at 114.14 off of its 14.36 high. So really in mid-range between our 13.80-ish level and our 14.36 high. So nothing really going on over there on a 1-hour chart. You can see that. But if the news does cook up, we could see some further consolidation here, or further sell-off rather, in the gold as the Dow Jones goes higher. So again, we are trading a very volatile market, especially for today, because it is NFP. So just be very careful. Set up your stop losses. Make sure you respect the support and resistance areas, and especially if you do get a breakout, wait for those pullbacks to jump in. This is Razak. I want to wish you guys a great trading day. Thank you.